Hello and welcome to Oh the Horror. I'm Fedora, and oh boy am I excited to finish this trilogy, because you know what that means? It means I have a potential 6 movies of the Evil Bong series to get through before I can finally get to that crossover. So before resigning myself to that fate, let's finish Gingy's crispy trilogy with 2011's Gingerdead Man 3 Saturday Night Cleaver.
And we're in safe hands with this one because it's by William Butler, the same writer and director as the second movie, as well as Demonic Toys 2. Which means we can expect drama, romance, plot twists, and strip-teasing dwarves. So, this movie starts at...
Nope, I'm done.
Scientific Research Institute for the Study of Homicidal Baked Goods. And I'm sure the Garbage Pail Kids' State Home for the Ugly is just the next floor up.
Mary, how would you like to get yourself sticky with the little cream puff?
Jesus Christ, can somebody find the warden to this place?
Spooky! Oh,
Jeez, I see he believes in capital punishment.
Wow, this is just like Silence of the Lambs. You know that scene where Clarice meets Hannibal for the first time, and it's really stupid and a little bit racist?
Tell me, Clarissa, when you were running down the hall just now, that little cream puff, he shouted something at you.
He said, "I can smell your muffin."
Fuck!
So while they're going on with their little piss take, although I will admit offering to send him to Candyland did get a chuckle out of me, let's take a look at this new Gingerdead Man. Well, the puppet's been upgraded, now looking a bit more like the annoying orange, and the voice actor has again changed. This time it's director William Butler himself stepping into the role. And boy, did hearing that news really piss off his understudy. Anyway, the shed is then attacked by baked good rights activists.
Coming soon to a Tumblr near you.
And Jodie Foster reveals that she's actually the sister of one of his previous victims, and is here to kill him. But she's foiled when the Future is Female 87 runs in and releases Gingy, who for some reason now sounds like Yosemite Sam.
Well, fuck me to tears. Looks like I'm toast. Motherfucker!
You damn cream bun eating varmint! He then wanders into the prison's time travel research facility.
Well, that's one way to deal with overpopulation. Also, what?
Where after killing these 2 scientists, his PS1 looking ass makes his escape, but not too far back in time, just to the last movie, because they reused that awful bad reputation cover for this movie's opening credit sequence too. No, he actually travels all the way back to 1976.
Ah, so it was the Gingerdead Man who dumped the pig's blood on Carrie's head.
So this is a story of Gingy going back in time. I wonder if there's going to be any actual reason for this, other than just being random and ridiculous, of course, and dressing up all their extras like backup dancers from the electric slide. I mean, normally when a killer is shunted into a totally new setting, there's some adaptation on their part, or is in service to the story. However, this is Full Moon we're talking about here, so no doubt, like the last movie, they would have just thought up the punny title first and said, okay, 70s. Meanwhile, on Tonya Harding Off Ice, we meet up with Tammy and Adonis, although with that outfit, this guy could be either one, who are the previous winners of this rollerskating competition that's happening tonight, and are in talks to make sure they stay that way. And again, just like the last movie, Gingy stands off to the side to give commentary on our characters first.
Cunt!
We also meet the owner of the roller rink, Mrs. Doubtfire, who starts off this competition by announcing that the taxman is shutting her business down.
We're not gonna let a few back taxes shut this place down!
You're right. By the way, what are back taxes and how much calories do they have? She then reluctantly introduces her niece Cherry. So it's obvious now setting this in the same year as Carrie was not a coincidence. But unlike that movie, all the guys seem to instantly fall in love with Cherry, which of course turns Sandra Dee into her blood enemy for life.
Hi, I'm Randy.
She's Cherry, and I'd like her to stay that way.
because renaming her Popped would just sound too silly. Then again, she would probably fit right in with the likes of Tux and Peaches.
What's that?
Shrooms, ludes, acid, ecstasy, bennies, and nose candy. If we gotta say goodbye to Boogie Land, I say we cannonball it to the max.
Then our ghosts can totally disco dance for the rest of eternity. Dragnet here expressly forbids Cherry from doing any roller skating while they're packing the place down, but nice guy Randy, looking like a Coles brand Bradley Cooper, decides to sneak her out onto the floor anyway. Then we cut to Bikini Car Wash. And as hot as this is supposed to be, all I'm wondering is, who exactly are they dancing for? Do they think that empty car is going to tip them? And Gingy is fapping again. And now I know why they have a new puppet. It's so we can get a better appreciation of his O face.
Well, since he's a cookie, would it be his Oreo face?
A couple of kids then find Gingy's time travel device, and in front of everybody, which of course no one will see, they activate it and vanish into thin air. Despite earlier the scientists saying,
"This sustenance time machine can actually send simple food matter into time and space."
Then again, this kid's name is Pickles, so maybe that's good enough. Charles Band clearly doesn't give a shit, so why should I? Just like how Gingy finds a tank of acid outside that actually has a hose attachment on it.
Damn, the war on mildew was hardcore in the 70s.
They also have automatic nail guns later on too, which I'm assuming is there in case the Viet Cong tries to take over our hardware stores. Back inside, and Cherry is making more friends, like Coco and Yoko. Jesus Christ, Will. The girls, defined only by their race, then give Cherry a makeover, which will no doubt be drenched in a very cheap brand of Caro syrup, but until then, she's at least catching a few more eyes.
I'm voting for her. Yeah, I'm picking that chair.
Neither of you are interested in that girl.
Gingy, meanwhile, well, you know that old saying, if you play with it too much...
Ah, so now we know why this movie takes place in the 70s. It was the origin story of vanilla-filled Twinkies.
Dame Edna drags Cherry into her office after catching her on the skating floor against her wishes, and the two get into an epic brawl.
Why do you hate skating so much?
I think there's more important questions to ask than that.
Okay, so why does Trixie hate skating so much, despite being quite an accomplished skater herself back in the day?
I'm saying that had I not been performing that morning, December 7th, 1941...
Wait, what? No!
Every last one of those sailors would have been manning their battle stations. And Pearl Harbor never would have happened.
Wow.
Before this movie can blame Chernobyl on a game of stickball gone bad, it's time to get the results of the roller skating, dancing competition, whatever the hell this is. Well, Cherry's one of the 4 finalists, which sure seems to surprise Gingy. I mean, fuck, at this point, the guy's just a side character in his own movie now. As if the movie suddenly realizes this fact, Cherry and Randy go looking for his little CGI ass. Meanwhile, Nancy Allen here obviously starts getting the pig blood ready for the finale.
They're all gonna laugh at me. This is all a big joke on the new girl, isn't it?
Joke? You're one of the best skaters I've ever seen. You're a natural.
I mean, come on, Cherry. I've never seen anyone sway slightly the way you do. You're a natural. Of course, she gets motivated to continue, and man, even the supposed corpses really want to watch this ending. But in a weird alternate reality twist, it's actually the bully who gets the blood and then her head cut in two instead.
If only the 2013 remake could take such risks.
So Cherry uses her psychic powers against Gingy, but for some reason ends up killing absolutely everybody except him. So now it's up to those kids from earlier to time travel back to jump cut this movie to a conclusion.
Gingerdead Man, meet Adolf Hitler.
Nope, I'm done again.
And so this movie comes to an end when everyone tears Gingy to pieces and sticks him in a cookie jar, and everyone else comes back to life and the rink's cash problems are fixed because stupid fucking writing.
And I want to thank you all so very much for saving the day.
Especially you, Hitler! And that was Gingerdead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver.
Well, this is easily the dumbest movie in the series, and when your film subject is a homicidal gingerbread man, that's quite an accomplishment. It had no real reason to be set in the era it was, nor did time travel really need to be a thing at all. Ginger was basically a side character until the last 5 minutes. The effects were garbage and the parodying was just lame all around, but there was a slither of enjoyment to be found in that lameness, I suppose. Whether you laugh at it or with it, I think that's all really Charles and his gang want at this point. But to me, this one just seemed a bit more plain stupid than the usual brand.
And that's all for me for tonight, so I'm Fedora, this is Oh the Horror, save a screen for me, and we'll see you next time.